Um, Good morning, respect chair, distinguished experts and colleagues. My name is Pan Xingchen from Peking University Third Hospital, and it's my great honor to be here to present our work entitled A Study of Different Spatial Localization of Human Eyes and Their Color Differences, an example of dynamic vision. So today I will focus on how color, motion, and environmental stress, especially hypoxia, interact to influence dynamic visual performance and spatial localization. Sorry. This talk. Something wrong with the slide, I think. Okay, this one. Thank you. So let me begin with some backgrounds. It has long been recognized that hypoxia impairs visual function, especially color perception. So among these, red-green discrimination is particularly vulnerable, and this impairment becomes more pronounced under low luminance conditions, where contrast sensitivity is already reduced. However, most private study has focused on static visual function, where real-world vision, especially in aviation or high-altitude environments, is fundamentally dynamic. So this raises an important question: how does hypoxia affect dynamic color vision? From a physiological perspective, hypoxia induced multiple structural and functional changes in the eye, including corneal thickening, reduced rod and coin cell density, and refractive alterations and decline in contrast sensitivity. So these changes do not act in isolation. Instead, they collectively impair the visual system ability to detect, track, and localize moving targets. So this is particularly crucial in high-speed and high-demand visual environments. So based on these considerations, we designed a study with two main objects. The aim number one is combined effects to investigate how attitude, we mean hypoxia, and angular velocity and color jointly influence dynamic color vision. So aim number two is spatial localization to further explore how color differences affect humans' eyes' ability to localize objects in space. Importantly, our study attempts to bridge functional performance with real-world vision demands. So these two aims together allow us to construct a comprehensive framework to understand how the visual system behaves when faced with both color variation and motion under physiologically challenging conditions. So now briefly about our methodology. So we evaluate dynamic visual acuity DVA under different experimental conditions for 16 healthy participants. And they include multiple altitude levels representing increasing hypoxia stress and different angular velocities, 20, 40, 60, 80 degrees per second, and a range of color stimuli, including red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. By systematically multiplying these variables, we are able to construct a multi-dimensional framework to assess the color vision. So let me now turn into the result, beginning with the color-specific effects across altitude. We observe that as for different angular velocities, dynamic visual acuity between 3,500 meters and 4,005 meters is better than DVA after returning to the ground level. So what these findings indicate that as altitude increase and hypoxia worsen, dynamic visual acuity for color vision declines significantly. So now let us examine the same data from a different perspective, altitude-specific effects across colors. As ground level D0, the blue consistently outperformed all other colors across every velocities tested. This suggests that under hypoxia conditions, blue might be the most easily targeted color in dynamic task. And on D1 and D2, we observed that the red, orange, yellow, and green were significantly lower than both blue and purple at most speeds. And this result reveals the blue and purple appears more resilient to hypoxia impairment, where red, orange, yellow, and green are more vulnerable. So this has important implication for the design of visual display in environments where hypoxia is a concern. So here in the figure 1, You can see the dynamic changes in DVA across colors and attitudes. The key takeaway is as attitude increases, performance divergences between colors become more pronounced. So this reflects a color-dependent vulnerability under hypoxia stress. And in figure 2, we show the difference of angular velocities. We observe that increasing velocity exacerbates the decline in DVA. And this effect is particularly significant for long-waved lens colors such as red and orange. So this suggests that dynamic stress and environmental stress like hypoxia interact together. And after that, let me now summarize our key conclusion. The first is our study provided clear evidence that accurate low-pressure hypoxia significantly impairs the eye's ability to spatialize localized objects of different colors. So this impairment is not uniform. Rather, it is color-specific. And second, we observe a progressive decline in dynamic visual acuity for red, orange, yellow, and green as attitude increased. And in contrast, the blue and purple demonstrate relatively resilience. These findings have direct clinical and operational implications. In navigation, for example, pilots relies heavily on color-coded instrument panels and visual clues from the external environment. If hypoxia impairs the ability to track and localize certain color under dynamic condition, that could compromise the life safety. So the key message of our study is dynamic vision is highly sensitive to both color properties and environmental stress. Understanding these mechanisms may help us to improve the visual assessment tools and optimize training strategies, and also can enhance the safety in high-risk environment. So in the closing, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my colleagues at Peking University Third Hospital for their support, and to the participants in our study, and to all of you for your attention and engagement. Thank you very much.